just my name's Steve.
Wait, let me squeeze in here. My name's Arnaz.
Stop being so close to me.
Steve, you're so soft and yet hairy. I'm confused on what I should be doing here.
I'm also confused. Yet slightly annoyed. Anyway, we're here for Godzilla stuff and not our own little, yeah. That's a different channel.
Party, baby.
Anyways, we're going to be comparing the SE MonsterArts Godzilla to the NECA one and finally deciding once and for all which one should you be buying for your collection. Now, I just want to point out one thing in particular before we get into this. This guy is straight legit out of the box figure. This one I have slightly modified. I mean, like slightly.
So there will be little different opinions. We're going to judge it without it being modified.
Yeah, because for this one in particular, I fixed the eyes on it. Also fixed the teeth, because this one had really bad slopping on the teeth area. I touched that up with some paint. Pretty simple to do. Just acrylic paints and just go lightly on it. And then also did the tail here to match the body. Then this one's arm legs pop up. But anyways. So first and foremost, we're just going to start with the cost, which this guy's going to run you about 25, 28 bucks.
Depending on where. You can get it anywhere between 22 to 25 bucks.
Yeah, if you keep your eye out. I think like Target, I think he was 23.
GameStop has them for $22.80.
Yeah, so it's like 23 after tax. The Godzilla here is going to run you, I think, around 55 bucks before shipping. So terms of price, like, man, we got our clear winner there, cut and dry, or so we thought.
He's trying to scratch his ear through the thing, and he's. That's funny.
I feel bad for you, doggy.
Here, let me scratch your ear, buddy. There you go.
You guys didn't know, my dog currently has a satellite dish on his head. Okay, so next we're gonna go with Sculpt. For me personally, I think the MonsterArts clearly has the better sculpt. Now, it isn't like drastically better.
That's where I disagree with you. I like the NECA sculpt better.
Because for me, this one has harder edges for the scaling detailing. This one, a little bit softer, but for the most part, it's pretty serviceable. As you can like see between the two, like the leg detailing sort of looks the same, but it's just like when you're touching it, this one definitely has a rougher texturing to it. Same with the sides, but for the most part, like looking at it with your eyes, it's hard to really tell the difference.
Yeah, see, for me, like the biggest thing is the neck scales. Like, I like the NECA one more here because they're more predominant. They're bigger. They stand out.
Yeah, they're bigger, but like these are a little bit more defined.
Oh wait, you can.
It's also harder to see the gills on this Godzilla than you can on this one.
I was about to say you can see the gills with all those little segmented parts.
Yeah, well, you can see it. It's right there.
I was being sarcastic, Steve. Plus, I think you broke your guy's spine.
He's fine. He's just, I gotta adjust him. Anyways,
seems like NECA's winning in that part too.
I do like the head sculpt on this one better though.
Yeah, God, the MonsterArt head sculpt is probably the fantastic one.
It's like the head and the feet. I really like the feet on the MonsterArts. Most everything else is pretty much about the same. Like even looking at the spines, this one's spines are a little bigger in general, from what I could tell.
Because like, look at this one.
Oh, never mind. I'm looking at this spine, and it's supposed to be that spine corresponding. It's about the same. Never mind. I'll take that back. Actually, this might be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's bothering me now because like I could tell that this one's longer than this one, but this one looks more proportionate, and now it bothers me.
Is this why we can't do these videos, Steve?
Oh no. Like I said, for me, it's not like I would say scope wise, this guy would be like an 8, and he's like the 9.
See, I'm the opposite. This guy's 9, and this guy's 8 for me because it's his neck. His freaking neck bugs me.
Well, yeah, but it's like neck is the only real difference. But I would say like I like the spine's head and just the overall texturing of the detailing on this guy better. Like I think he's better proportioned.
See, I like the NECA spines though better. I like the details on him.
But they're not proportionate.
His neck is not proportionate. He looks like a fucking ostrich. He looks like he mate it with
That's
King
how it
Ghidorah.
was in the movie.
No,
It was
he didn't.
elongated.
Look like
It's
King
elongated.
Ghidorah.
Not like King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah got the snake necks and Kevin.
Exactly. That's what he looks like. Look at his neck.
He's
Look
got
at
a
it.
Steve neck.
Unless he's facing straight up to do a stupid beam attack, he looks weird.
Oh, that looks fine. It's almost the same.
Not even close.
Almost the same. It's just
Not
because
even
of this
close.
one little segment. It's almost the same.
Not even close.
It's a little thicker, but it's like the same length.
Muscles, I work out neck, turkey neck. No.
And anyways, paint job. Move on the paint job.
Oh man, the neck is winning. Look at the details on the paint job. Looks like somebody.
I will say,
it.
this one in particular looks great for a NECA. I will say, I don't. It's tough, right? Because it's like this Godzilla has definitely more things going on with it in terms of the paint job.
Yeah.
Because you can see
Varieties.
it's got the brown dry brush over top of it. Spines look kind of like wood. Tail. If it wasn't for this section was green. This section looked normal. Claws are in that same kind of like brownish coloring. Well, MonsterArts Godzilla here.
There's like 99% one color with splash a little.
Majority of green, yeah, with a little bit of browns. Nails are painted up a little bit. Like teeth, eyes, tongue, like the same old you get with a MonsterArts figure. But like this one, like you can see some of the green here. And if we're going off like the original figure, eyes were fudged up on pretty much every single one we've seen. There's been, I wouldn't say it's been horribly bad, but noticeable enough that I want to touch one up myself.
That's where you're wrong, because NECA Godzilla has the same sculpt for King Ghidorah's head, so that's where the goofy eyes come from. He can't help it.
Oh.
Larry, Curly, and Moe, you know.
And then same with the tail was needed to be painted on this guy too. And I don't I like the wood paint, but it's, to me, it doesn't seem quite right. Like, it's a cool look, and to be fair, I like them both next to each other because you kind of get like differentiating Godzillas.
Well, the monster art is more realistic, while the NECA one is more of like variety. Is how I see it.
Yeah,
and I like the more variety thing because it's different.
Yeah, oh, it's hard.
It's coming from a guy who likes Gabber because he's full of herpes, you know.
I'll give you that.
He just looks different, and that's what I like about him, and that's why I like NECA more because it looks different.
The other thing I want to point out here too with the Godzillas is that these ones can also have a tendency to have googly eyes. Mine came out pretty good, but it is a thing. So I just say it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's some things I like, some things I don't like between both of them. So we'll just chalk it up there. Articulation. Look at this. Look at this tail. Look at what it can do. It can bend. Its head can look up. Can this one's head look up?
He's got the neck muscles. He works out, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say his neck straps are so tight that he can't even move it.
He's like, bro, do you even lift, bro?
So articulation, this Godzilla wins. The other thing, and I'm currently looking around for it, accessories.
The only thing, though, about the MonsterArts articulation is you have to put a lot of finesse into it and make it look presentable. Otherwise, you get gaping holes that look weird.
Yeah, which is true, because it's like with the neck here. If you don't, when you move it down, you have to adjust this plate here to make it look normal, because just moving it around like that ain't quite right.
Yeah.
Whoa. I did that first try, but normally like that don't look quite right. I want to bend my monster down. That don't look quite right. I'm gonna adjust his legs so he can be forward.
He just has an extra piece.
Oh god, that doesn't look quite right. Yeah, but after like, okay, I kind of wanted that pose. Shift the plates. There we go. It's not so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Which is just, again, atypical MonsterArts. This one, you don't really gotta worry about it as much because it doesn't. It's slightly more limited in the articulation, except for the tail. I almost feel like the tail's the same in the sense. It's mainly the legs. Arms actually, using this arm, I almost feel like this Godzilla actually has a little bit more range of motion in his arms.
The chicken dance.
He can do the chicken dance. But it's like the head, like you don't get any like real rotation or up and down movement.
Oh my god, you're a monster.
Yeah, and my arms are really loose in this version in particular. But again, we'll give it the articulation to him. Accessories came with the beam. He didn't come with the beam, so MonsterArts. And I guess to conclude this video, for me, I would edge out the MonsterArts slightly. Because, again, it's got better articulation. I feel like the sculpt's pretty much about the same between the two. Paint jobs, pretty much about the same between the two because we couldn't decide between the two. So it's mainly like articulation accessories is really where you're winning out on the MonsterArts version. Well, the NECA, you're mainly winning out just because it's cheaper.
Yeah. Definitely NECA gets the price-wise.
But it's impressive that the NECA I feel like competes with this one still very well. And it's not nearly as clear-cut, say, like with what we have with GMK or even 54. Granted, I love that NECA 54, but MonsterArts one was clearly the better one. This one's serviceable. So, personally, say the MonsterArts wins the battle here for today. But overall, what do you think? Like, because we have to get the MonsterArts King Ghidorah, right? Like, yeah. You have to. There's no other option. NECA has stated that they're not planning on making one, so I wouldn't hold your breath. Could still be a possibility. Wouldn't hold your breath. Now, do you think, looking between these two, you could get away with not picking up the MonsterArts Godzilla and save yourself 50% and getting the NECA? Do we think he can do good enough standing on our shelf next to the King Ghidorah?
See, that's the thing, though. I can't decide until we actually get King Ghidorah in hand.
I think, like, for me, this is the one I want with Ghidorah, right? Same line, looks good. Like, he's my clear winner. But for most everybody else, like, that has... I'm not even saying, like, I make that much money. It's just, like, I make enough to where I can afford to pick up these guys over this one. But, like, for your general audience, the NECA figure is more within budget.
Yeah.
I feel like you could get away with just using the NECA.
Think so?
Yeah. Like, for me, like, again, like, this is the one I want. But even, like, hold on. Where's Mothra? I feel like Mothra could decide this. Like, she looks fine with either, right?
Yeah. Either way you go, she's fine right there.
Yeah, and I feel like if Mothra can go with this Godzilla...
found King Ghidorah, Steve. Put him down there. Let's find out which one fits.
Really? We grabbed the Jax? My Jax is currently missing its tail. Like, for me, this still works. Like, we take this away. That works. That really works. So for me, when the Ghidorah comes out, I feel like we're in the same boat. So that almost sways me to think that the NECA one might actually be the winner. Because I think it's just like, I feel like everything we got to compare to the Ghidorah. And like, I'm impartial between the two, so then wouldn't price be just the better option?
I will be the odd one, and it will break down to the price for me. And NECA kind of wins the price. Because the MonsterArt one has slight issues that really bug me. There's like that one painted dorsal spine that looks weird, and then his neck, and... But
you also got to remember, like, his tail was different colors too. So you're looking at a good copy of this one.
Yeah.
This one I haven't done anything with yet.
So
I
would break it down to the price and be like, well, I can afford $23, $24 if I can find it at GameStop for that price.
Yeah, so...
I get it. But if you're paying like $40 that eBay wants or that Amazon wants, then just go for the MonsterArt.
So, yeah, he's the winner. He's the clear winner of this fight. But if you guys, as looking at this, can't quite afford him and are hesitant to maybe get in the Ghidorah because you won't have a Godzilla to go with it, like, this one will still work fine for you. 100%. But what do you guys think? Which one do you guys think is the clear winner? Let us know in the comment section below. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become Ranger Day. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.